This week in wrestling history, the war got personal. A throne was smashed. The outsiders were broken. A lie detector somehow lost to wrestling logic. And Stone Cold found a way to beat a system built against him. From rebellion to betrayal to moments that changed the industry. This was a week where wrestling refused to play by the rules. Let's get into it. This wasn't subtle. May 25th, 2019. Double or Nothing. AEW's first official pay-per-view. Cody Rhodes walked out with Brandy Rhodes for a match against his brother Dustin. But before the match came the moment everyone remembers. At the top of the stage, a massive throne set waiting, covered in skulls, looking very familiar. Cody and Brandy walked past it, stopping at ringside. Then Brandy reached under the ring and pulled out a sledgehammer. She handed it to Cody. Cody turned around, walked back up the ramp, raised it high, and smashed the throne apart. The crowd erupted. No words were needed. The message was clear. AEW wasn't trying to fit in, it was trying to change wrestling. And one swing of a sledgehammer became one of the most talked about images of a new era. This team should never have worked. May 26th, 1997. Monday Night Raw. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels challenging Owen Hart and British Bulldog for the tag team championships. There was just one problem. Austin and Shawn hated each other. They argued, got in each other's face, and barely trusted one another. But once the bell rang, they fought like a real team until everything broke down. Bodies everywhere. The referee, distracted, trying to get Owen out of the ring. Then Shawn struck. Sweet chin music. Right to Bulldog. Austin dropped for the cover. 1, 2, 3. New champions. But the chaos wasn't over. The Hart Foundation stormed the ring. Austin escaped from the attack, leaving Shawn behind. Or so it seemed. Then Austin charged Bret on the ramp and left the Hart Foundation scrambling, while Shawn was still laid out in the ring. This felt impossible. May 27th, 1996. Monday Nitro. A normal match was happening. Then suddenly, someone came through the crowd. Not in wrestling gear, in street clothes. Denim vest. Blue jeans. The announcers went silent because standing in the ring was a face everyone recognized. Scott Hall, fresh off WWF television. He grabbed a microphone and dropped words that changed wrestling forever. You people, you know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. Fans didn't know what was real. Many thought WWF had sent one of their stars to invade WCW. Then came the warning. You want a war? You're gonna get one. And just like that, the Monday Night Wars truly began. This shattered the NWO. May 28th, 1998. Slamboree. The Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, were still tag team champions. But the NWO had split in two. Hollywood and Wolfpack. Nash believed his best friend would stand beside him. Then came the match. The Outsiders versus the Giant and Sting. Early on, the Outsiders worked like the team everyone remembered. Then, Dusty Rhodes distracted the referee. Hall grabbed a title belt and hit Nash across the back. The crowd was in shock. The Giant covered Nash. New champions. Scott Hall had chosen a side. The Outsiders were broken. And one betrayal fractured the NWO forever. Vince McMahon knew he was lying. May 29th, 2003. SmackDown. For weeks, Vince had been trying to prove that Mr. America was really Hulk Hogan. The music, the catchphrases, the mannerisms. It all seemed obvious. So Vince brought out a lie detector. Live on television. One goal. Expose Mr. America. Then came the question. Are you Hulk Hogan? Mr. America didn't hesitate. No. The machine said he was telling the truth. Vince couldn't believe it, so he sat down to prove the machine was broken. Instead, he only embarrassed himself. Until finally, Mr. America stepped forward. This proves one thing. Mr. America is telling the truth, and you're nothing but a liar. Then he punched Vince and walked out, leaving Mr. McMahon furious and completely defeated. This was SmackDown at its best. May 30th, 2002. SmackDown. 3 matches, 3 unforgettable moments. First, tag team champions Rico and Rikishi. Rico wanted Billy and Chuck to get the titles back, so throughout the match, he tried to sabotage his own team, but it backfired. A missed kick. Rikishi retaliated, and suddenly, Rico was pinning his own client. Rico and Rikishi retained the championships. Then, 22-year-old Randy Orton challenged The Undertaker for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Most expected a lesson. Instead, Orton pushed the champion to the limit until one chokeslam ended it. And in the main event, Kurt Angle and Edge inside a steel cage. Their rivalry finally reaching its end. After chaos involving Hulk Hogan, Edge climbed to the top rope and hit a spear for the win. One night that perfectly captured everything SmackDown could be. Vince McMahon did everything possible to make Stone Cold lose. May 31st, 1998. Over the Edge. Stone Cold Steve Austin defending the WWF Championship against Dude Love. And the deck was stacked. Vince McMahon was the referee. Pat Patterson was ring announcer. Gerald Briscoe was timekeeper. The match started normally. Then Vince changed the rules. No disqualification. Later, he changed them again. Falls count anywhere. Austin fought through all of it. Brawling around ringside. Fighting through the stage area. Even battling on the cars near the entrance ramp. Then, everything unraveled. Dude Love accidentally knocked Vince unconscious. A replacement referee ran in. Pat Patterson pulled him out. Then, Dude Love went for the pin. Pat tried to count it. The Undertaker stopped him and put him through a table. Briscoe tried next. Same result. Then, Austin struck. Stone Cold Stunner. But there was still no referee. So Austin grabbed Vince McMahon's arm. 1, 2, 3. And somehow, Vince McMahon counted the fall that he never wanted to count. Some weeks are remembered for one moment. This week had several. AEW sent a message. The NWO fractured. SmackDown delivered. And Stone Cold proved that even when Vince controlled the rules, he still couldn't control the outcome. Let me know which moment stood out most, and subscribe for more wrestling history every day.